Hey, Dex here with another achievement guide on FIFA 21. This is your 100% breakdown of every single achievement and trophy in FIFA 21. So we've got 5 categories to work with in this video. We've got VOLTA, Ultimate Team, Pro Clubs, Career, and the general achievements, which you're just going to pick up in-game. So we're going to start off by smashing out the general ones, the ones where we're just going to get it within the game, or one-off games. FIFA's actually a little bit light in-game achievements this year, so we've only got 3 to do in total. There are some menu-based ones where we need to complete a specific game, and you'll get an achievement for completing that game. For example, the first one we're going to talk through now is Legendary for winning the UEFA Champions League final. Just go into your quick play game mode, choose to do the Champions League final, as you saw me just doing there. We do want to have 2 controllers to get the achievements. They're all in the in-game achievements that I'm going to talk you through. So select 2 controllers and then we get into the game. So the first in-game achievement we go for is score a goal from a free kick. So you want your second controller to knock your first controller off the ball just outside of the box, creating a free kick scenario. Your second controller, you're going to press the right analog stick in and move it to the right hand side or left, just so it's away from the goal. Then your first controller, you just want to line up using the left analog stick above the wall. Just take a little bit of a B shot, it'll go over the wall and the keeper will completely miss it, giving you the sharpshooter achievement. The second in-game achievement is the Master Focus achievement, worth 15G for scoring a goal from a cross when using player lock. This is a weird feature that you'll probably only ever use once, but you want to press your left and right analog stick at the same time, and you'll get this little kind of box comes around your kind of player indicator at the top. Once you've done that, just plaster out any player who can run on through and then cross back to your player. You shoot, you score. Bob's your uncle, you get that achievement. Finally, we've got Natural Talent worth 15G, which is win a penalty shootout without missing. So obviously within the Champions League final, you want to score a couple of own goals with your primary controller so it ends in a draw. So you'll still have the 2 achievements we've got so far. Then we want to go choose to do is penalty shootout, where your second controller moves to one side of your goal and your first controller, your primary controller, aims just slightly off centre. You could even choose to shoot at the centre, to be honest, but just move slightly off centre using your left analog stick and then completely miss with your second controller. Takes 3 penalty kicks. Once completed, we have that achievement as well. Unfortunately, that's it for the in-game achievements, but we still have a couple that are just easy picking off one-off games that we need to do. So you'll see that winning that penalty shootout gave us the Champions achievement. The next one we're going to go for is European Glory, which is again just win a one-off game where you need to win the UEFA Europa League final. So again, just go into quick play, choose Cup Finals, go to featured Cup Finals, and then choose the Europa League. That will start the Europa League final, just complete it and you get that achievement. Then from there we can get the Frenemies achievement, which is play 5 head-to-head matches with a friend in kickoff. So again, we go back to kickoff. This time we're going to choose VOLTA. Obviously, as mentioned before, you need a second controller that you are playing with a friend as it requests. So choose VOLTA, choose House Rules, choose First 2, and you want to choose 3v3 and choose First to 1. Doing it that way means that you can get through the 5 games easy, and there we go. Then we move on to the in-the-game achievement for playing a women's international football game. Again, just a one-off game. This is a really weird one because you're probably just going to play with one game with the women to get the achievement, and then that's it. Just follow the menu setup that I'm going through. Again, play a one-off game. Unfortunately, you can't simulate it. You do have to play the game. But once you've finished it, the achievement will pop. Win, lose, or draw, it doesn't matter. You can play with 2 controllers. You can play with 1 controllers. You can play with an amateur. Whatever difficulty you want. Just get to play this match, get to the end, and that's it, done for you. Then finally, from the one-off things that we need to do, we have the Perfection achievement worth 15G, which you get for completing all main menu skill games. So obviously just go to skill games from the main menu, you'll have a list of a lot of skill games to do, and literally all of them except one are really easy to do. You don't even have to get A grade, you just don't have to fail it. Any grade above fail is great and will be acceptable to continue with this achievement. There is no achievement for getting A grade on everything, so that's great. If you're struggling with your specific team that you've picked, again, just follow the menu settings that I'm going through at the moment, and you're able to change your favourite team and your rival team, making it a lot easier for you to complete the skill games. And remember, just as long as you get above F, you'll get your achievement once you complete the last task. Moving on to the Pro Clubs achievements, we've got 4 to go for, 2 of which you're going to get within 30 seconds of starting Pro Clubs. When you first go into Pro Clubs, you'll need to create your own virtual pro, but once you've done that, you can go into player growth and choose your top one. You will then have the option to go into traits, and you want to build your traits all the way down the first ladder. Doing so will get you 2 achievements, the first being Path to Victory worth 30G for unlocking all traits within a skill tree in Pro Clubs, and the second being Specialist 30G for unlocking a speciality in Pro Clubs. From there we want to play and complete a club house rules match in Pro Clubs. You will need a second online player to do so, but once you've built your club, just invite them into your club, go to the player match screen, select a position, go to settings, then change the match type to a cup. For this first achievement, the one that the Pro Clubs rules, you just need to play the match. You don't need to win, you can lose it and you'll still get your achievements. After that, you've got the last Pro Clubs achievement, which is the first of many worth 15G for completing and winning your first club season league match. This time you need to go into seasons and you have to win the game with your friends. Whatever score, as long as you win, you'll get the achievement. Moving on to the VOLTA game mode, we've got 6 achievements to go for on VOLTA. 3 really easy and 3 more of a bit of a pain in the bum, but not too difficult to do. Well, one of them ones is actually quite difficult. First one is Der Skiller, complete all VOLTA skill games, and also End of the Story for completing the debut. Both of these will be mixed together. All you need to do is go into VOLTA and click the debut story mode. Complete all of the sections. In the skill games, you just have to get D rank or higher. You don't have to get A rank. And as long as you complete all of them, you will get those 2 achievements. You will also get the Star-Studded achievement worth 30G for collecting 4-star players in VOLTA Football. For some reason, this achievement's glitched, or at least I believe it is glitched, because a star player is apparently just classed as any player at all. And whilst you're playing the debut, whenever you win a match, you're able to take a player from the opposition's team. As long as you take any of the players, then that will count as 1 star player. Take 4 players in total, and you get that achievement as well. Now, one of the harder achievements is Into the 90s, worth 30G, which you get for reaching 90 overall with your avatar in VOLTA Football. The way you want to do this is just play a load of featured matches. In a featured match, the main ones you want to play is where you're playing the first 2. The reason being is every game you complete, you will get another skill point. And you want to raise about 70 skill points in total, which is going to take you about 80 games in total to do. But once you have 70 points, you should be rated around the same as me, 83-ish. And then you want to use these skill points in the positions that I've used them there. If you continue to play game modes, your skill rank will continue to go up as your level will rise, but this is the earliest that I was able to do it. And do that, you get your achievement. Then you have VOLTA Finest, one of the pain in the bum ones of this game mode. The reason being is you need to reach Division 3 in VOLTA Squads. Now, I'd highly recommend you do Into the 90s first, before you go online, because it makes it so much easier. Now, I can only speak for myself, who found this quite easy to do. You only need to win 3 games of the 5 games that you start off with playing online. The ones where they rate how good you are at the game. You can see I have quite a god squad there. If you have something similar, it might be easy. And if you played them 80 games, you'll also be in the mindset of how to score a goal. You just need to win 3 of those 5 games and you'll go into Division 3 straight away. Otherwise, you're going to have to go through the pain of going through division after division after division. And VOLTA's division mode is really crazy. You've got to wait a certain amount of days before you get promoted. It's really not worth trying to do. So if you can, make sure to win them 3 games. If not, you're going to have to win games and try and get promoted each season on season. Then finally, you've got Teamwork worth 15G, which you've got to win a VOLTA Squad game with 3 other players. So I'd recommend leaving this one to last to make sure you've got a Division 3 without the help of other players, because they could also hinder you. But all you've got to do is go do a drop-in game and get 3 other players in your team, and then you have to win the game. So obviously you're relying on your teammates a little bit here, but as long as you've got a bad opposition or you've got good teammates, you should have no problem at all. The hardest thing about this is probably getting 3 players coming in your team at once. If you've got 3 friends, that's great. If you're relying on online players, just go on any key time, like at about 7 o'clock at night, 8 o'clock at night, or on a weekend at any time. You should have no problem at all. The second off last category we've got is the career mode, where we have 6 more achievements to go for. The first of which is getting the job done, worth 30G, which we get for jumping into a sim match in career mode and winning it. So we can be winning it prior to jumping in, and you can do this pre-match. So get yourself set up a career with a high rated team, and also change the difficulty to amateur difficulty, so we're going to have no problems at all. On your first match, go to select the match, then click sim, then wait a little while. You can do it straight away if you want, and press the X button or the square button on PlayStation to jump in. Make sure you win that match and you get that achievement. Then we have 2 achievements related to training drills. So prior to a match, we have a training session, and we can also change the schedule to include training sessions. The first achievement related to this is keep up the pace, worth 30G, which you get for achieving an A grade rating in 5 different training drills in career mode. So when we get onto the training days, we can change the training to easy training. Obviously the first one in the list of different training activities is easiest, moving along across and getting harder and harder. We just need to get 5 at A grade, so it's going to take you 2 different days to do this. But once done, once you've got A grade 5 in a row, well, it doesn't even have to be in a row. Once you have A grade 5 times, you get the achievement. And we also have extra sharpness worth 30G, which you get for scoring 1 or more goals in a match with a player who has maximum sharpness level. Sharpness level is the little diamond that's made when you're doing training. If you have 2 training days before a match kickoff, a few games into the season, you can easily get somebody to 100 sharpness. Make sure they're playing in the match. They'll be knackered, but it doesn't matter because you're an amateur. Get your goal and you get that achievement. Now we have a really easy achievement, which is the Explorer achievement worth 15G for attending both a pre-match and post-match press conference. This one's as simple as when you get into the Premier League or whatever league you're playing. Pre-match, you'll get an option on your screen to do a pre-match interview. Once you finish the game, you'll get an option to do post-match if you kind of scroll to the right rather than continue. Now you have time for a change worth 30G, which you get for successfully converting your player to a new position in career mode. For this one, you just need to go into your player hub and then do a development plan. Choose that you want to change its position and choose which position you want to change it to. Wait another couple of games and then you'll get a message from your assistant manager to say that you're ready to change again. Go back into the player hub and back into the change of position page. Press Y to change your position. Bob's your uncle, that one's done. Then the final one is the One of Us achievement worth 30G, which you get for buying a player that had been loaned out to a team in career mode. So this one is, again, really quite easy. It just has a lot of steps. Step 1 is you need to go to your transfer list and go to the loan list. Look for a player that you like. It can be anybody you want. Again, as I said at the start of the career mode, this is going to be a lot easier if you choose a rich club like Manchester City. So I've found one here, Sorensen. Choose to delegate the loan. That's it. That's all that happen. Then you'll get a message saying that that's all completed. Loan's ready if you want it. Go into that message and agree the loan. That player will now be in your squad, so go into the squad hub and find that player. You can literally do this part straight away. You don't have to simulate going through a few days. Squad hub, find the player, then choose to approach to buy. From there, you can delegate the approach to buy, and then you'll get another message to say that that's all done. And now you're ready to negotiate a contract with the player. Now we can do that. Just go to the transfer hub and again, select your player. Select that you want to delegate that one last time. Then when you progress, you'll get the achievement for the player joining your team. Finally, our last set of achievements in FIFA are the Ultimate Team achievements. First one we're going for is Tactical Prowess worth 15G, which you get for creating your own custom tactics in Ultimate Team. Easily done just by going into your team, press the left trigger or L2 on PlayStation, choose Custom Tactics, change one thing, go back and save it. I didn't mention this, but there are 12 achievements in total to get from Ultimate Team. The next one is House Always Wins worth 15G for playing a game using house rules in FIFA Ultimate Team Friendlies. So all you need to do is just go into Play a Game, into Friendlies, Play Online, and then you can choose any game mode that you want in the Friendlies. You just need to play that game, you don't need to win it. Finish the game and you get your 15G achievement. Then we have Guardian of the Net worth 15G, which you get for keeping 10 clean sheets in FUT Squad Battles. This is really easy because when we go into Squad Battles, I go and play Squad Battles, you can choose the difficulty you want to play your opposition against. You just need to choose beginner, and trust me, you will not concede a goal. your opponents will barely even attack. Then we have Work of Art worth 30G, which you get for unlocking Tier 3 stadiums in Ultimate Team. This one's just going to take you a long time to do. The way you get it is just by playing 120 games. You don't need to win 120 games. You just need to play 120 games, which will mean that you complete Stadium Development 1 and Stadium Development 2, and then that'll unlock Stadium Development 3, and you'll get your achievement. Once you've completed that one, you'll also be able to unlock FIFA Ultimate Theme for getting 20 cosmetic items active simultaneously. You can do this once you've completed 80 games. You'll have enough items to complete that achievement. Just go into the stadium and apply 20 different items. From there, you'll then have Fan Favourite to unlock worth 30G, which you get for reaching 200 club appearances with one player. Not much to say about that one, just get 200 games with one player. You can view it by pressing the right analog stick with a player in your team. Then you have Vision for Division worth 80G, which you get for playing a game in Division 4 or higher. The easiest way of getting this achievement is in your placement games. The first 5 games that you play when you start FIFA, you've got to win 3 of the 5 games. If you do that and lose your other 2, you'll instantly be placed into Division 4. Obviously, that was a lot easier to do when I did this, because I did this right at the start of the game. If you don't manage to do that, then you just need to work your way up the divisions, reaching a certain criteria of points each time. You need a points tally of 1,250 to reach Division 4. Obviously, if you win games, you gain points. If you lose games, you lose points. You just need to reach Division 4. There's a little bit of a glitch where if you join somebody's session who's in Division 4 already, you will also get the achievement. So that's another sneaky way that you could do it. Whilst talking about divisions, you also have the Top Flight Football achievement worth 30G, which you get for earning 2,000 FUT Champions points to achieve your first qualification to Weekend League. Obviously, this will completely vary depending on which division you're in to how long it'll take to get this achievement. But if you're going for the other ones I've talked previously, like playing 200 club appearances with one player, you will certainly have got this achievement before reaching that point. 4 achievements to go now. The next one on our list is Squad Building Champion worth 15G, which you get for completing 10 squad building challenges in FIFA Ultimate Team. The easiest way to do this is when you first start up your Ultimate Team, you'll have a couple of challenges that are really simple, like putting a goalkeeper and defenders in, midfielders and strikers. That's 3 off the bat straight away. Then once you've completed all of the easy challenges to do, I would buy a load of bronze packs and then go to the bronze upgrade challenge, choose to automatically build it, choose quality bronze, that'll fill the team, submit it, rinse and repeat until you have 10. From there we have the dynamic duo and the accomplished associate achievement. The first one's worth 15G for winning a co-op game with an online friend in FUT Squad Battles or FUT Division Rivals. And the second one's for playing 10 co-op games with an online friend. Unfortunately, I don't have footage of me loading that up, and I didn't have a friend to hand to load it. That's why I've got stock footage of me playing online. But to get these achievements, it's really simple. You just need to press your right trigger, invite a friend, and then you can start to play with each other in a game. Obviously, you have to be an Ultimate Team to do that. There is currently a glitch on the Accomplished Associate where you need to play all 10 games in one session. Hopefully that'll get patched soon so you don't have to waste all of your time at once playing 10 games at the same time. But it's still maybe intact, so be wary if that's still the case. The final achievement is Seasons to Perfection worth 30G, which you get for completing 2 milestone groups in Ultimate Team. The easiest ones I went for are the Stadium Development one and the Transfer Market Mastery one. For this one, you need to get 50 games played, you need to buy 50 players and list 1,000 players. The way I did that 1,000 player one, which sounds like the longest one to do, was buy as many bronze players as possible and continuously list them. There is also a glitch around this achievement where you need to do both the milestone groups in the same session, so make sure you complete them both at the same time. So if you're on 49 games, make sure to get them 1,000 listings done at the same time, and once you complete them both together, the achievement will pop for you and you should have the full 1000G for FIFA. Honestly, this videos took me a while to do again. These videos are quite difficult and long in doing so. If this video has helped you out, please smash that like button for us and give me a subscribe if you like this type of content to see more 100% completion guides or just daily single achievement guides. If you've got any issues, please pop them in the comment section down below to ask any questions at all. Don't mind at all, I'll get back to you as quickly as I can with answers. But other than that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!